Okay, we're naked and we are entering the shower.
It's actually been pretty good. I would say the first day I was pretty robotic and like,
I have one for you too.
We're Levi and Leah, a Canadian couple living out of our Toyota Prius to complete a road trip of a lifetime.
We left our apartment in the city to spend the next year circumnavigating North America.
Last week, we swapped all of our stuff out of the Prius into a van.
And over the course of a week, we try out everything the van life has to offer to see if it might be the right fit for us.
So as you may have seen in our last video, we picked up this beautiful van to test out van life because we're going to upgrade our setup at some point and maybe van life is it.
But before we make such a big purchase, we want to try out a few different rigs. And this week, we're just trying everything that van life has to offer. Okay, so this is our first time putting gas in the van. What do you think? How much is it gonna cost?
We're at exactly half a tank right now. So my prediction is that it will be more than a full tank on the Prius. So about $60, I'm guessing. Oh my God.
What?
$36. Okay, well, gas is very cheap in Texas, but for 13 gallons, we spent $36, so it's only gonna be like $70 to fill this thing up. That's not nearly as bad as I was expecting.
No, considering the size of this thing, like, look at this. Holy.
All right, so I was almost doubly wrong. I had prepaid for $60 at the pump, and we only used $36 at a price of $2.69 per gallon.
Wow.
69.
Oh dear. I think it might be a combo of this isn't the biggest van and we're in Texas, so gas is cheaper.
Yeah.
But that's a lot better than I thought.
Yeah. It's going to make our trip to Dallas a lot more affordable.
Okay, keep coming. Little bit more, little bit more. Okay, that's good. 4, 2, and stop. Little bit, stop. 2, stop there. So, it's a tight fit, but you did it.
So we have successfully parked in one of the only free parking spots in downtown Dallas because down the street from here is the stadium where we are going to be watching a Dallas Stars NHL hockey game.
And the tickets were only like $20. One of the reasons we were really excited to try out a rig like this is because we like visiting cities, and boondocking and something where you have your own bathroom makes that much easier to do. And it's like small enough that it's not super obnoxious when it's parked on the street.
This is, I think, the biggest selling feature of a van versus something like a small motorhome is that you can be a little bit more car-sized in an urban environment like this. Quite honestly, we are in the middle of one of the most bougie neighborhoods in the city, and the stadium is like a 10-minute walk that way. So Leah finished off her class and then we made a quick little lunch because we're gonna go to the game, but it was starting to feel a little awkward out here on the streets. There was like people walking by and starting to get some looks, so we decided to close it up and try and just make it a little less conspicuous. And from the outside, honestly, without looking for someone hanging out and eating dinner inside of a van in your neighborhood, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, so that's kind of nice. Hopefully nobody has complained that we are hanging out here, and now we're gonna go to this game and hopefully sleep here tonight. I can't even begin to describe to you how close we ended up parking.
And we are already at the stadium. Like, we somehow found the primo parking for this event, and we're going to be sleeping there tonight. Unreal.
Today, we're testing out the shower.
Levi has literally been saying for the last few days, oh, I want a shower. I'm like, there's one right there. But we're finally in the right spot. It's nice and level. Let's check out the shower.
So one of the things that we have thought a lot about in our future on-the-road rig is what we really need, and a shower is one of them. There is a lot of people on both sides of the shower or not to shower debate. It takes up a lot of room. It can be really messy. And even when you do have one, it can be really small. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna shower.
You've already hit your head on that thing like 3 times.
Yes.
Every time you go to the bathroom. The other thing is that there's the toilet in there as well, which is fine, but I don't know about you, but like a wet toilet kind of squicks me out.
So this is our control panel, and here you can see that we've turned on the hot water and the heater. We had to do this 10 minutes before we got in, just so that we could get the hot water when we wanted it.
I think you then have to spin this dial up to what temperature you want. I think. Do we wait another 10 minutes?
I think we might have done it wrong, so. Now we gotta wait more, I guess. Okay, we're naked and we are entering the shower. Can you, yeah, just me. Do you wanna turn off the thing?
How is it?
Oh my God, it's so hot.
It's good?
Yeah, I mean, it was hot for about 5 seconds, and now it's cold. Okay. Well, I would say that was a very satisfactory shower. I'm pleasantly surprised. There is just so much water all over the place in here. I don't know how this would last long term, like if you were worried about mold and water leaking everywhere and whatnot, because I mean there is some water kind of coming out over here, but
That's not from your wet feet.
but fortunately that's not kind of our problem with this rental. But this is Leah's main concern, is like this toilet is completely soaking wet, and so is the floor. And as you can see, the drain is over here and all the water is pooled over here. So we'll actually have to like move the van so that the water actually gets into the drain, which is kind of awkward. And this toilet paper is soaking wet. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. How was it?
It was hot for a minute and then it was cold.
I feel like that's user error mostly.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I put it to the hot side. I was like, oh, it's nice and hot. And then I tried the other way. It got more cold.
But it's nice being able to shower inside of a van.
That's true. I feel clean. I'm just cold.
All right, so we have showered up. We have cleaned up. We have our towels draped over our chairs because that's kind of the only place we could find to put them. And now we are heading off to a llama farm.
I'm so excited. Oh, there's a door open.
Oh.
Side door, I'm assuming.
Okay. Now we're heading to a llama farm.
Excellent.
How has driving the van been for you so far?
It's actually been pretty good. I would say the first day I was pretty robotic and like, but honestly, a 20-foot van feels okay.
One thing we know for sure about whatever we end up getting next is we don't want it to be huge. Well, at least we think we don't want it to be huge. Maybe we'll try out a huge RV one day and we'll think it's amazing. But our plan right now is to get something in the 20-foot range, because then we can still kind of use it like a normal car and it's not this big burden to deal with all the time.
We also live on Vancouver Island, so taking ferries is a part of our regular life. And if you can pay the same amount as a car on the ferry, if you're under 20 feet, you better believe we're gonna take that.
Wow, those are all potatoes. That's amazing. Nice taters.
Llamas! Oh my god, look at them. They are so cute. We're getting escorted to our camp spot by John here. His family owns the farm. There's all these cute little camping spots. here, little fire pits. But the one that we're going to is over by those trees and the llamas.
Hello.
They're so funny.
Hello. We're your neighbors. What's up? Hi.
So here's our little setup
With our llama friends.
with our llama friends. Just hanging out all around.
Hi, friends.
Oh, this is hilarious. Now, I know it's kind of a novelty gag, but there is something genuinely charming about camping with llamas. Okay, you gotta do that. That is so silly. Oh my god.
Silly, hi.
Oh my god. This is the downside of having llamas all over the place, is they do try to eat your lunch. You're not gonna eat a pepper. What are you doing, you goober?
Are you gonna eat this?
Oh, God.
Rejected. Okay.
So this is a basic Mexican bowl. We put some fried sweet potatoes on there with some refried beans from Mexico, a little bit of veg and some lime, with a view of the fields and our llama friends. Guys, help! Look, we are being inundated in llamas right now. To be fair, when John took us out here, he was like, you know, there's all these spots that are fenced that will keep the llamas where they're supposed to be, or there's that spot out in the field and you can be right amongst them. And this is what we chose. So this is the view from our bed right now.
The llamas are all coming. They're like, aha, the humans have arrived.
This is truly what you think of when you think of van life, you know, like sitting here, llamas venturing around your vehicle.
Hi. So silly. Oh my gosh.
We always love getting to spend time in the city, and the van was very good for that, but this is very nice too.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Dude, what are you... Oh, these guys are crazy. What? Oh my god. Dude. What? Jeez.
Another benefit of staying on a llama ranch is you get to walk around the llama ranch. And staying in places like this is one of the things that we are most looking forward to with a larger, more self-sufficient rig.
Most of the time when we're in the Prius, we can only boondock or be off-grid for like 2 or 3 days max. But with something like this, with solar panels, with a bigger water tank, you could be out here for as long as your supplies last.
The solar setup on this van has been so amazing. Like, I don't think we've dipped down below 70%, and we have been using everything as we normally would without holding back at all. And that's something that would make living off-grid so much easier.
There is quite seriously llamas all over the place here. Oh, and we have this cat. We've named this Ginny. It's just, I guess, a cat that appeared out of nowhere and now is best friends with Leah.
She's so cute. She let me pick her up yesterday.
In classic Texas form,
It's now suddenly raining, which is awesome.
We're literally at the farthest point from our van. It's on the other side of that field.
Welcome to Texas, everybody. Sunny 40 minutes ago, raining now.
Oh my God.
All right, so today we are going to a urban farm, which is actually managed by one of the Patreon supporters that we have for this channel. So we're pretty excited to check it out. Uh-oh, Leah's found the pottery. Oh my God. Leah, control yourself.
Why can't I have a mug?
Because we live in the car.
And look at this one.
Ashley? Oh my God, it's Ashley. Hi, can we hug?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It's so cool to meet you. Wow, this is amazing. So we are here on Boggy Creek Farm, which is managed by our friend Ashley. And it's a pretty amazing space, basically here in the middle of Austin. How long have you been here for?
I've been here for about 1.5 years.
Oh my gosh. And you love it.
I love it. It's awesome. It's the best job I've ever had.
These are also the cutest. That was the cutest and nicest thing ever. I feel like we're always looking for farmers markets or things like that, and this was a whole other level because Ashley is a Patreon supporter and showed us around.
So over on Patreon, we share early access to all of our videos. We also have a secret Patreon only podcast where we come on and chat with the people who are there. Ashley has been a part of that community for years now, and it was so cool to get to meet her in person because it turns out everybody who follows us is just super awesome and down to earth. If you want to check out our Patreon page, we'll leave a link to that down in the description. Okay, team, we are back in the Prius. Oh.
It looks a bit messy right
It's
now.
a disaster.
It's mainly just filled with really good food because we're preparing to go camp, but being in the van, it was nice. Honestly, it was really luxurious.
So now, sadly, Leah is sick, of course, as we get out of the super comfortable camping situation and into the slightly more cramped camping situation.
I just don't want to get you sick, too. Just lean away from you.
Too late.
Oh. Cabana as a company was pretty good. I think the van itself was pretty high quality. There were definitely some things that if we were to make a van ourselves, that wouldn't be the layout that we would use.
Yeah.
But I will say, I didn't think I would like the indoor bathroom shower combo as much as I did. It was really nice. It was really nice.
But van life was very informative. I feel like we learned a lot throughout that process, and if vans weren't like $100,000 to outfit, maybe we would be considering it more seriously. We are still open to new things. We're gonna try some more stuff, hopefully down the road, but in our next video, we are making our way further throughout the South. So if you are subscribed, tune in for that, and we'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
So this is Bourbon Street, and I mean, it's like 10 a.m., and you can still feel it. So this is where we're gonna be sleeping tonight. Back in the Prius.